So don't over-practice that one with us. Even lazier, you can get a wheelbarrow, can't you? Take them for a walk. Now remember, who's doing all the hard work here? It's certainly not the Not exactly Cinderella, but get in the car so you can go out in that. As you can do all different ways you can try. Children, the only way you can't try is if you have a push bike. You can't do this down the high street. It's very important to remember. This is little Maggie Moo, little raggy dog with a happy waggy tail. Look at that. There's no reason why you can't give her a little round of applause as she goes round, because she's enjoying herself. It's a new life for that dog. She had the most awful life before she came to us. She was so badly abused both by people and dogs. And she's now looking differently. But look at that wag. Now how many people know why a dog wags their tail? I wonder. Most people don't. They just say, oh, it's happy. What about the other 6 reasons they wag it? You know that? One says I'm happy, which is that, and the other 6 goes from fear, apprehension, I'm getting annoyed, I'm really angry, I'm going to fight you, I've bitten you, and I'm still wagging my tail. You've got to understand the signals. When we do take dogs for a walk, it's very, very often that people go through the woodland, they'll pick up the stick and say to the dog, fetch it! Okay, fair enough, your dog wants to chase it, so they all have a parade ride. You know 12 dogs a day die in this country because people throw sticks on them. Work it out. If you were to run along with a stick in your mouth and accidentally run into a brick wall, where do you think the stick will go? Through the wall? Same with these guys. If they're running along with a stick in their mouth and they drop their head or trip, that stick hits the ground and stops, the dog can't. And the exit point, proven, 97% out the back of the dog's head. With his whole body weight is one very stick. Don't do it! Cut yourself a couple of bits of hose pipe. Because when that hits the ground, it bends round. And it's not a problem, is it? And think about it, use yellow or use blue. That's what dogs see. They don't see reds and they don't see greens and things like that. If you chuck a bit of green hose pipe, you've lost it straight away. So think about it. Understanding what doggies are all about. And regardless of the breed, they are all very trainable. But there is a general scale of 1 to 50. Number 1, top dogs are trained and who respond very quickly, the border collie. Number 2, what do you think? Number 2. Who could guess number 2? Anybody? Look at all these people here. Close, Labrador, it's a poodle. A poodle is second most brightest dog on the planet. Then you get the German Shepherd. Has anybody got an Afghan hound? Number 50. But it's a hound. It's not disrespectful. But it's a hound. You know what hounds do. You let them believe they say, oh, it's a later. For about 3 hours. Body language is the most important thing these dogs work to. They could go anywhere in the world, not make one single noise, yet every dog will understand that by that tiny little movement of the eyebrow, the tail, the ear. This is what we're doing here. We're asking these dogs to accept people waving flags, putting up umbrellas, shouting, jumping up and down. It's all part of their training, a little snappy cross and fantasy there. This dog here is so bloody lazy, it's untrue. Listen, you take your time. He's just one of 69,000 Labradors in this country, the Weimaraner. This is a dog I got from Wales, and from Ireland, eventually from Wales. So badly abused, that guy. It took us 7 months to make eye contact with him because his previous owner, every time he looked, they beat him. And that's what he was expecting. And the little dogs, do you know those little dogs think no different from the big dogs? None whatsoever. They're canine. It's what they do. All you people with tiny little dogs, next time you kiss your dog, think how they clean their bum. Think about it. Where the bad habits come from. Because no dog is ever born with one single bad habit. Never. It's impossible. But they can soon develop bad habits if you allow it to happen. You just take your time, won't you? You've got all day. Here we go. This is the Weimaraner, the German gun dog. That's called a ghost dog. Now Teddy, really iconic cross, we think, possibly more along the lines of the working breed, the original sheepdog, the Yorkshire Terrier. You know, somebody threw him out the car window at 70 miles an hour on the M25. Luckily, the car behind videoed them, and they were caught. So, let me introduce a couple of people, because you might wonder what that man's doing up there out of uniform. That's I couldn't quite describe it. His name's Leon Taylor, and he is a senior physical training instructor for the Royal Navy. He said, can I try that? So what we've done, we've taken him out of his comfort zone and put him in the dog handling team. He's doing incredibly well. Have a think about this, Leon. Here he comes. Have a sniff first. Can he do this one without sniffing? No. You don't teach him this, by the way. That's instinctive behaviour. Well done. Give him a round of applause. That's Alfie. Here comes Teddy. Great little character, this dog, but had many, many issues. Surprise, surprise, Leon. We've got something from a young your back game. Now little Maggie Moon is going to kick off a little bit harder. Here she comes. There she goes. And to give them a big round of applause. They're doing so well, these dogs in handling. Okay, if I said to you, everybody, I want volunteers. I want you to lay on your back, open your legs, so we get the dogs to jump through them, but they are biters. We did this with a guy called Brad Pitt. You know Brad Pitt? All those ladies, Ian Ryan, and lots of other people did this. I never volunteered for this one. Okay, let's see what Daisy makes of it. Oh, enormously. Oh, dear. Hang on. Down here. Hey! You're going to get there soon. Yeah, well done. Isn't it great to see these dogs enjoying themselves? It's so important. Really? Goodness me. No surprise. Think about this one. Really. Please press me on. You can just make it move who kicks up a lot harder. Okay, we're going to get Maggie back because you haven't finished yet. This is Maggie. Now just stay there for a little while, Maggie, can you? That's right, nice big cuddles. Can't do this all day long. How about that? Give her a great big round of applause and well done. Don't forget, guys, that's Leon Taylor up there from the Royal Navy, physical training, senior physical training instructor, doing incredibly well. As I said, it has to be good, doesn't it? It has to be good, otherwise there's no point in asking dogs to do things. You can get it through negative reinforcement. I'm telling them off, shouting at them. Why would you shout at them? Seriously, why would you shout at something that is 4 miles away? And people are such strange people at times, aren't they? Not only do they shout at the dog, they lean closer to its ear and they go, now will you behave? And you can see the dog thinking, what an idiot I have on the end of my knees. Think about it. Why would you shout at them? And the other strange thing we do, we pat them on top of their head. Now, if there's anything that winds a dog up more than probably anything else, is some stranger walking up to them and going, bang, bang, bang. I'll tell you what, you're going to turn to your person on the right and slap them on the head a few times. If you don't know them, you're liable to get punched. How ridiculous would that be to do that to an animal? So, we've got a race. We want some noise now. You ready for the noise, guys? That wasn't a trick question. You ready for some noise? Okay, here we go. 2 teams of dogs competing in a straightforward agility course. Okay, I've just been told by hand that the winner's going to be this side. What about you guys? No, they're not awake yet. Okay, ladies, over the far side there we have a team of dogs. Gentlemen, over the far side we have a team of dogs here. You're cheering for the opposite direction. So, men and boys, give a great big cheer for the working breeds. How pathetic is that? I did say men and boys give us a cheer. All we got was... That's all we got. Ladies, come on, you can show them this one. This side for you ladies, we have 3 dogs. So ladies, girls, children, grandma, ma's aunties and the whole of Eastbourne give us a great big cheer with Ray Take a mocktail. That's tradition. Okay, not perfect in any way, shape or form, these dogs. They're just not. They've got over lots of issues which have been created by humans, and they are now looking at life totally different. This side to start with, we have a border collie who's 11 years of age, so we're talking a 90-year-old man, about my age. Over the far side then, we have the only dog in the team that has genetic aggression. A genetic aggression means, even if he lives to be 110, he will still be aggressive. Because it's genetic. It's come from mum, dad, great-grandparents, etc. There's no magic treatment or wand you can get over this with, except to think 10 seconds in front of them. Nobody in their right mind ever wants to be that person, do they? No dog owner ever wants to be that person. When your dog jumps and growls at somebody, they go, I knew he was going to do that. Think about it. It's almost as daft as running somebody over and saying, I knew I was going to do that. So understand your dog's important. Right, are you ready to cheer? On your marks, consent, go! So border collie, it's a collie crossing Battersea Dog Road on the far side there. We're back to herding thing in there, look at this. I'm a border collie, look at me. Okay Charlie, you may be 90 years of age, but you've still got to do something. Next two dogs to go, the Malinois competing against the Staffy Cross from Battersea. You set, we won't just get Charlie in, and go! Here we go, so watch Daisy over the far side there go. She's going to be streaking ahead. Here they come. Neck and neck at the moment. You need to cheer, ladies, because you've got two dogs going now, two little terriers who have it all worked out. Go! They're going to do what they think is best for them. And what we've got now is, in the tunnels, we're going to have a wheelbarrow race. So you're ready for this? Come on, Maggie, round this side. In the back. That's it. You're miles behind now, Maggie. Okay, it looks like a winning team. A little bit of cheating is the ladies' team yet again. Well done. Well done. As I said, it has to be fun. And if you are a dog owner, it has to be a 50-50 relationship. It's no good. Can you imagine this? Walking in the door and your dog goes, oh, not you. No. I'm going to go in the other room. Hi to you. Or equally, you can have that strange relationship where you put the key in the door and your dog goes ballistic and it's coming through there at 100 miles an hour at you. Because since it's a puppy, every time you walk through the door, you've got, where are you? Here I am, I'm home. And the dog says, great, so I'll jump all over you. And we do game. Then they walk through the door with 2 bags of shopping, a couple of kids under each arm, the dog jump up and go, so you need to be consistent and persistent in your training, and it's very basic. Retrieving. To carry things. Don't look at this. This is a collie, as I say, we started working with him. We're building his confidence up so he can actually have an arsenal. He would not go near any other arsenal if a human or a person was around him. So we've had to build his confidence up so he's quite happy to carry things. Teddy. When we call him Teddy, that wasn't his name to begin with, because most people use that name for family. If his previous owner called him Teddy, they'd have gone, Teddy! If you don't know that, I like him dog, and I'm calling him Teddy, Teddy. Think about it, how dogs read up. And he goes, the old boy, border collie. Now, what would you imagine he's carrying on this thing? He's going to undo the cover and pick up an answer. You know he's a kid, don't you? He has no idea that's a kid. Never made a serious note. He wouldn't know it's a kid. He wouldn't know most of the things in the human world. Somebody once said to me, my dog knows when it's his birthday. We can't be talking. It's got to be human. He cannot tell it's his birthday. This is a German Shepherd dog that played huge because the previous owner taught him aggression. We're teaching him now to carry things and not bite people. He wasn't born a biter. Very heavy object that. It's called a Schützen dumbbell, which is normally, and you can see it's a Schützen dumbbell, the way it's pressured his neck there to take the weight in. It's very, very heavy indeed. So, round of applause for 3 dogs there. Doing retrieving. Teddy. When we call him Teddy, that wasn't his name to begin with, because most people use dog names for family. If his previous owner called him Teddy, they'd have gone, Teddy! Hey, hey. Think about it, how dogs breathe up. And he goes, the old boy, border collie. Now, what would you imagine he's carrying on this dog? He's going to undo the cover and pick up an answer. Right? So you know he's a kid, don't you? He has no idea that's a kid. Never made a see this guy. He wouldn't know it's a kid. He wouldn't know most of the things in the human world. Somebody once said to me, God, I don't know when it's his birthday. We can't be talking. It's got to be a human. He cannot tell it's his birthday. This is a German Shepherd dog that played the previous owner taught him aggression. We're teaching him now to carry things and not bite people. He wasn't born a biter. Very heavy object that. It's called a Schutzen dumbbell, which would normally, and you can see it's a Schutzen dumbbell, the way he's pressured his neck there to take the weight in. It's very, very heavy indeed. But round of applause for 3 dogs there, doing retrieving. Well, we do make mistakes, don't we? Have you ever seen people walking down the road with a right arm out here, their backside out there, the dog pulling them along? Like that, and they go faster and faster and faster. Because what they're saying to the dog is, you, and the dog says, I'm pulling, you're making that sound which you do every time, it must be pulled. Think about it, you only say heel when the dog's in the right position. By your left leg. Don't say when it's out there, but that's where it always becomes. It's the same with toilet training. How many people mess that up? Well, that's not a pun, but how many people have messed that up? Toilet training. They get a puppy and they say, had an accident. No, he's been to the toilet. He's a bad dog. No, he's been to the toilet. Oh, you naughty boy. No, he's been to the toilet. If I was to do a little survey now, say, put your hand up if you've been to the toilet today and you got told off for it. Not one. Not one. Go over it. Just did that. Sort that one out. Don't go to the toilet. But what the dog says, I get the idea then. When you're about, I mustn't go. So when do I go? Let me work this out. When you go to bed. When you go out. Doggy logic, isn't it? And then we come back 4 or 5 hours later and say, who did that? Guess. You see the point, can't you? Okay. Have a look at this new exercise. This is all based on teaching the dog to do different things. And this is about the socialisation as well. Are you ready, handler? Away you go. It's a simple exercise. Over the chair, over the chair, over the chair. Now the dog has to be trained to do this. Because the average person puts something in front of the dog and says, over. And you can see the dog's actually ridiculous. I can walk around that. Why would they jump in? There's Charlie, as I say, he's taking a few. Can you see the border collie thing coming out there? Look. He's now challenging this dog here. Now this dog here has genetic aggression. He wouldn't back away for a fight, but he doesn't fight to fight, he fights to kill. He's got genetic aggression. So it's a whole lot of difference. The little Yorkshire Terrier, the tough nut of the dog world terriers, aren't they? That's what we've bred. Little Maggie Moo. Sweetie, this dog. Going to make somebody the nicest pet in the world one day. We'll see. So have a look at this now. What would your dog make of this? For some dogs, you've only got to get up quickly from the sofa and they go, what's that? So we teach these dogs to accept almost anything that happens. Have a look at this. What would your dog make of another dog jumping over? Excellent. They all stay there and they all get a little reward for it, so well done. So we do vary everything we teach, which is very, very important. Dogs need stimulus. Do you know dogs are right and left-handed? Did you know that? Yeah, you know what eyebrow they raise when they approach you? If they're right-handed, they raise the right eyebrow. If they're left-handed, they raise the left eyebrow. Now you're laughing now, thinking you're making this up. Absolutely true. Dogs are right and left-handed, and as they approach you and see you, they will raise a particular eyebrow corresponding to the right and left leg. It's how it works. And it's amazing how many people don't know, after 15,000 years, these dogs do this. How many people know why a dog yawns? Stress. That's what it is. They'll sniff the ground, occasionally they'll scratch if they're stressed out. And lots of people say, well, he's tired. It's a little bit of stress going on, and that's what that's about. Now we have another gentleman from the services here, Petty Officer Chef from the Royal Navy, Scally Smith. He's written these words, good looking, good cooking. You decide. Anyway, Scully, good to see you in the team. Are you ready? This is just a little bit of fun for two terriers, teaching them to ignore each other. Because you know and I know that if you've got a terrier, at some time it's probably going to dissect next door's cat. And then go back to the rabbits and the guinea pigs because they're a terrier. And when they go head to head, it can be a problem because they're not like border collies that will bite your backside 15 times in 10 seconds. They'll bite it once and stay there. That's a terrier. Just make them stand off. It's a terrier. So we've got to get these guys to ignore each other. Are you ready? Demands, go! A little bit of race going on here between the Yorkie and the little Jack Russell cross. That's good. That's what we're looking for. Oh, she's having a look around. Somebody got a camera over there because that was a serious pose, wasn't it, from that dog? But at the moment she's behind everybody. We're going to speed her up a little bit with the races on back into the wheelbarrow. And the winner is Ollie, the Yorkshire Terrier. Well done, Ollie. Good boy. Probably gathered by now, we don't teach tricks in the centre of the world. It's a little bit of a message, isn't it, to get people to understand dogs a little bit better and have that much nicer relationship with them. Because we can cause problems. There's no two ways about it. By the way, this is Scully, Petty Officer Chef from the Royal Navy. Doesn't he do well with those chairs? When you break the frying pan, nothing but much more superior than that in the cooking world. Something that always worries me is when people openly teach aggression to their dogs. Now you know and I know that every dog has aggression. You know every person has aggression. Every child, every cow, every puppy life. It has that aggression which is just below the surface. Certain things will bring it out quicker. I know certain men, you can poke them in the shoulder a few times and then laugh. Another person, you poke them in the shoulder once and they bite your finger. So it's corresponding to the dog's nature. Have a look at the wagging tail, which is extremely important. That dog is wagging his tail because he is very, very angry at his face. Now, this is not protection training, this is play driving. This dog would bite. We've taught him now to bite on command, not because he feels like it, as he was in the past. What he used to think is, that run, I bite him. Where did it come from? His previous owner, every time the postman knocked, used to go, who's that? And the dog used to bark, but the postman was going anyway. And the dog thought, I did that. I'm letting him go. The next day the postman came, the dog barked, the postman went. The third day the postman came, had a parcel. The person opened the door, he barked, the postman didn't go, so he bit him. And he said, right, that's the little dog to get out of this. Instruction order was given to us to rethink his way, or retrain his mind, and now he bites on command and only on command. He's not going to walk up and chomp people, but have a look at this, because inside this padded sleeve is a lump of scaffold tube in solid steel. That's what he's biting on. So once you've seen this, if you are thinking of going home, wrapping a towel around your arm and saying to your dog, "Good," that won't last half a second. This dog is biting on solid steel. Think about it, he's going to be running at 20 miles an hour, throwing his whole body weight against that scaffold tube and biting it. Could you do that? No, you've got to be waiting in. So please never, ever, ever, ever encourage aggression. Leave it to the service dogs to do what they do best. Okay, are you ready? Watch this, you're never going to outrun him for a start. Now, that dog only weighs about 2 stone on the back of it. The man weighs about 12 and the dog stopped him easy peasy. Now, this dog could keep this behaviour pattern up for at least an hour. A human on a bare arm would last roughly 2 minutes. So it's something you should never encourage. He's still got that aggressive drive there. You can tell by the way he's wagging his tail. But the command was, what we don't do is go, "Leave!" Because the dog says, "Oh, you're getting aggressive. We can both kill this meeting." Seriously, you watch people with fighty dogs. When the dog starts showing aggression, they go, "Hey, look, stop it!" And the dog goes, "Yeah, great, you're joining in." You've got to remain calm, you've got to remain relaxed. If your dog is doing a behaviour pattern you're not happy with, giving or hurt an alternative. Get something else to do. Change the ball or something. Make them rethink it. Now, I can see there are a certain amount of dog trainers in this audience. How do I know? Well, I got my first dog in 1943, which is a few years ago now, and I can smell dog trainers as well as dogs. Seriously. You may not agree with what we're doing, but for me it's worked for nearly 70 years, so it's a method I've stuck with. Getting dogs to understand what's expected. This is a Malinois, or Belgian Shepherd dog, one of 4 of the breeds of the Belgian Shepherd dog, or 4 of the models for the wasnt. Now, this dog is so up on biting control. You can see he's standing there with a simple sound. Now remember, this is in every dog's mind to do this, because genetically they all have a prey drive. There are certain dogs that will chase a squirrel, kill it and eat it. And there's probably only 2 of them, and that's the terrier and the lurcher. And those dogs will not sleep for the squirrel or the rabbit. This dog's drive is absolutely immense. Now, he's got one thing in his mind, and that's the bite. This young man, up here, he's going to stick to try and get that dog, would you believe it, to run between his legs, when all he's got in his mind is to bite. And the bit about it, the bite mark comes here. I think you can all see that. And the dog will be here with his mouth wide open, about to put in enough power to take a house brick in half in one bite. Never volunteer. So, this is all about control and discrimination. This is the control. Now, I always put in this point that if you are a police dog handler, and I am a police dog handler, the Ministry of Defence and Prison Service, but clearly, if you can't stop your dog on one command, you shouldn't send it in the first place. Because it can be a major liability if a kiddie was to jump in here now and run between the dog and the criminal. You've got to be able to stop them. Have a look at this. We hope it's going to work for the man on the rental station. It's important. Send your dog. He's gone through. That's what we want. He's now biting. And you watch the feet going round the leg. Can you see the feet going round the leg? The dog is pulling his quarry on. He's now in the stage of what they call the main bite. And it goes further. If he holds onto the leg, then that would be the kill bite in real life from the days when they were hunting for their feet. That's his reward. He gets an alternative to biting that guy, but the control is important. So can you now switch your dog off, handler, and we'll ask this young man to stroke him. Very important. Now these dogs are not like the German Shepherd, who are much friendlier than this particular breed. These are very, very, yeah, if I want to mix with you, it's on my Teddy. So we call him Teddy. That wasn't his name to begin with, because most people use dog names under them. If his previous owner called him Teddy, they'd have gone Teddy. Think about it, how dogs read up. And he goes, the old boy, border collie. Now, what would you imagine he's carrying on this collie? He's going to undo the cover and pick up an answer. Right? If you know it's a kid, don't you? He has no idea that's a kid. Never made a see this man. He wouldn't know it's a kid. He wouldn't know most of the things in the human world. Somebody once said to me, I don't know when he's his birthday. We can't be talking. He's got to be human. He cannot tell it's his birthday. This is a German Shepherd dog that played much because his previous owner taught him aggression. We're teaching him now to carry things and not bite people. He wasn't born a biter. Very heavy object that. It's called a Schutzen dumbbell, which you normally, and you can see it's a Schutzen dumbbell, the way pressure his neck there to take the weight in. It's very, very heavy indeed. So, round of applause for 3 dogs there. Doing retrieving. Well, we do make mistakes, don't we? Have you ever seen people walking down the road with a right arm out here, their backside out there, the dog pulling the dog? Like that, and they go faster and faster and faster. And then what they say to the dog is, and the dog says, I'm pulling, you're making that sound which you do every time, it must be pulled. Think about it, you only say heel when the dog's in the right position. By your left leg. Don't say when it's out there, but that's where it always becomes. It's the same with toilet perfect training. How many people mess that up? And that's not a pun, but how many people have messed that up? Go on, let's go. They get a puppy and they say, had an accident. No, he's been to the toilet. He's a bad dog. No, he's been to the toilet. Oh, you naughty boy. No, he's been to the toilet. If I was to do a little survey now, say, put your hand up if you've been to the toilet today and you got told off for it. Not one. Not one. Don't go over it. Just did that. Just a parent sort that one out. Absolutely brilliant. Well done. I'm going to show you a little myth here. We're going to dispel this myth. Anybody ever heard of this? Dogs are afraid of fire? Anybody ever heard that? That's ridiculous, isn't it? Why would they be afraid of fire? Unless you've had a bad experience with it. You can make a dog afraid of fire. I can make a dog afraid of an ice cream. That man's hat. I can make a dog petrified with that man's hat. Ladies and gentlemen, if a repetition of association is there, you can create either a good problem, we'll call it a good reason for the dog to understand it, or negative reinforcement. And negative reinforcement means you put your dog under serious pressure to achieve something. And that's not good. There's a German dog trainer, bless him, that says if you break a broomstick over your dog's back once a week, it will do everything you say. Of course it would, wouldn't it? It's like saying if you hit that lady with a baseball bat on the head and say sweep up, she's got to sweep up. The second she got a chance to have a go back. So we never ever use those forces, crash bash methods. Have a look at this, because if you think dogs are afraid of fire, remember, instinct overrules everything. Well, if instinct does overrule everything, why would this dog go near the fire? Look at their body language and just think, what are they thinking? What are they doing this exercise? Have a look now. The Rottweiler going through, what's she thinking? What's next? A piece of cheese, a piece of sausage. The old boy. The little Yorkshire Terrier who thinks exactly the same as that Rottweiler. So you get the idea, don't you? Do they have a natural fear of fire? I could hype this up. You know, I could really wind you up on this and say, oh, we do. This would take a month of training to do this. Rubbish. We don't do all that. But have a look at this dog. This is a new dog. Not officially a display dog by a million miles. It's a new dog that came in on rescue. We just started this training. So we start with basic stuff. Hear it? I want to do this. I want to do it. And that's what it's about. Letting the dog realise it's fun. So she's going to come back once again. I'm not sure what breed, possibly a little bit of Rocky or Rottweiler in there, possibly German Shepherd, Labrador, something like that. But look at the dogs in future. You would never get this out of force. Just can't wait to do it. Very well done. Give him a round of applause, everybody. It's a super dog and now learning really well. On a point of interest, you probably heard that dog bang its foot. One or two of you went, oh. Now, I've seen people turn on the dog's tail and go, sorry. You know, there's no apology in the dog work. If you do hurt your dog, you're better off waiting till it comes back to you and have it on and then grazing it. Never put it on the down. People do it in the vet, don't they? Poor old dog goes in the vet, thinks, what's going on? And we start stroking it. And it's shaking like a leaf. He said, hey, you shake like a leaf every time you come here. There's a reward for it. Don't do it, seriously. Here we go. Have a look at this. And this must prove the point whether dogs have fear of fire or not. This is a great character, this dog. Now think about it. If dogs were actually afraid of fire instinctively, there is no way on this planet you'd ever do that. Well done, Philly, good girl. So what we're going to do is bring them into the arena, ladies and gentlemen. All the dogs working together. And what we do, we don't say don't fight, we don't use that awful word, leave it. When the idiots use that. We say go stick, go meet, there's a reward for doing that. Here he comes, and we've got, this is Scully Smith. Good looking, good cooking, as they tell me. Oh dear. Just take you the time. You can think about this one if you want. Let's see. You've got to remember the dog is choosing to do this. If he thinks I'll walk along at my pace, that's fine. Now the German Shepherd dog. Really well handled, this dog. Do a lot of work to get this dog off the back like that handler. Now Teddy. out of a serious state of depression, this dog, doing so well. You ever heard Jemima Thunder, Peter Rabbit, under one Dalmatian? Where all those little R's come from. Now Maggie moves. And this is Leon Taylor, physical training instructor for Royal Navy, handling the old, watch this guy run. This is a fast dog, nearly as fast as a man, look at that. Give him a big round of applause, because he's a physical training instructor. He's not display. All he's got to do now is learn how to control them. Simple as that. Well done, Leon, excellent. The reason we have this fighter in front, we don't want him to try and catch the other dogs up behind them and have a little go. We don't want that to happen. There goes Scully with his little snapping cross. Now the dog doesn't have to do all those little R's when he needs it there. He said, I'll do it on my turn. That's fine, absolutely fine. Here comes the German Shepherd. Often so wrongly called the Alsatian. Now the little beardy collie cross, really doing so well. Good guy in front. Little Ollie, ready? That's about you and I jumping over that building there. That's so we understand how much stronger dogs are than us. And here comes Leon again with the old boy, but one of the fastest dogs in the team. Look at that, doing so well. Well done, Leon. Absolutely brilliant. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the idea. That's how we want the dog training. And we prefer to use positive reinforcement. So, if a dog gets it right, it deserves to be told. If I said to this lady here, what's 2 and 2? But she said 4, I'm going to ignore her now. You never know if she got it right, will she? People do this to dogs. They go, pick it up. The dog stops and they walk away. And they'll go, is that right? I don't know. How do we confuse them? Ladies and gentlemen, the internationally renowned Essex Dog Display Team.
Yeah, great display there from Roy and the Essex Dog Display Team. Come on, give a big cheers, they go off, they've been really hard. Fantastic. You enjoy that?
He's a vet, he used to be in that team for many years when he was based in Essex. He now lives in Newcastle. He's come all the way from Newcastle to help out with this place. Well done, Darren. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. So now he's also helps direction for landing to the parachute, so you can get out in exactly the correct place. Right now it's climbing to about 3,500 feet. The next time you see it come across this arena will be the exit of the aircraft. You'll see the 2 lines of flying towards each other. As you can see now, it's circling round up to 3,500 feet. It comes round on this final part. What the pilot has to do is he has to drive the plane exactly into the wind so that the guys can get out in exactly the correct place. Very big. The guys get out exactly the correct place. If you look up now, they can see the guys to the head of the aircraft.
Yeah, it's in my back one screen. I can't even see it. Where is it? I've got a wide lens in, so I might still catch it.
See him coming out anyway.
Eventually. There's some, isn't it?
inside the aircraft and land inside the arena. What we also do as well as display jumping, we do tank jumps in the ABS. So if anyone's interested in going into an aircraft itself and trying to serve that as a perfect sensible aircraft, exactly how you go about doing that after.
One of them. I used to believe it.
The ABS are our sponsors. What they do is they help you solve
Can't see fuck all in those on.
No, really. Bit too bright, isn't it? I don't even hear it, I see it. That's right. I suppose I was a bit used to now anyway. There's no one buying it now, is there?
Once Christmas, sorry, last month Christmas, absolutely happy with if it's a door and it exits through the aircraft, make sure she's blasted in so you know exactly the right spot with the aircraft. As you look up now, as they pass the arena, that'll be when it exits the aircraft. See, that's normal Christmas. Second spot, slowing down there, having me right to about 50 mile per hour, 70 mile per hour in turn. Last couple of pull down the ABS flag. What this does is this adds, whilst he's turning, it makes it harder for him to land his parachute. More concentration, more accuracy. I like to find the kind of positive comes up to tell us that we let his parachute from about 78 miles per hour.
They can't come in together, can they?
And he's gone over for his final run. He can land towards you in this direction. Coming down into the arena around 50 miles per hour, like a massive round of applause for the last one for Christmas. The rest of it is across. Bring up to the gentlemen, massive round of applause.
Put together.
Always the man to make it final time for a coming in at a speed of about 30 miles per hour. You can also look up to your left, you'll see the group. They link up their parachutes and they're downplaning their parachutes. Like a massive washing up a bit of ice. Massive round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
taking over straight away, so he's perfectly happy with the conditions, which is fantastic news for all of us for the rest of the day. If they're happy, I'm pretty sure we're going to get a full show in this afternoon. What you're seeing here is an extraordinary little aircraft, reminiscent of a Spitfire perhaps, but it is indeed the SA 1100 Silent Twister, the brainchild of Robert Thomas and the Silent Striker. Basic aircraft concepts coming from a very successful scale model and using the brothers' skills in computer-aided design and manufacture, which is probably here today an aircraft outstanding in its class. Notice now the precision with which these two guys fly. The other airplane is John Gowdy, and just like how tight he is as they come through in mirror formation. Pilots and aircraft excel in every department, providing here today. Twister's performance, comfort and safety is well renowned, and it's a miracle of modern lightweight design and construction with every component precision engineered to withstand the extreme G-forces exerted with all of these aerobatic maneuvers. Started flying when he was just 15, and since taken to the skies, he's already racked up an impressive almost 3,000 hours in gliders, and that's before we start counting all the powered aircraft flying he's done as well. After moving into flying powered aircraft, he began maintaining and rebuilding tow planes such as the Piper Cubs and the Pawnee. He operated an RF-4D for 15 years and built an RV-8 at 200 horsepower before building his own two Twister aircraft. Now, the UK agent for Twister aircraft. Peter's displayed the Twister as a solo pilot throughout Europe and the Middle East, but when he's not doing that, he's running his own company, specialist in composite repairs for gliders, and the company's called Zulu Plastic. We can drop in and out of the cockpit here today as they formulate. They'll be going up now, kicking in perfect formation. They hear the brake being called. So it takes an awful lot of precision and training between these guys right at the top of their tree. In the other aircraft, we've got John Gowdy, started as PA-25 pilot and became a quickly rising star in the aerobatic world. John, sponsored by the British Aerobatic Association to develop his own aerobatic skills. He's not flying these, he's flying fast jets such as the De Havilland Vampire, and also flies in his spare time in the winter, flying for the British Antarctic Survey based out of Rothera in the Antarctic. Now they're pulling up now into what they call the half Cuban, where they pitch up as almost if they get into a loop, but as they come out of the other side of the loop, they'll just put in a 180-degree turn, and they'll be the right way up. There we go. With aerobatics and flick rolls and tumbles are your scene, and we're going to pitch right now into an avalanche. So great performance from this aircraft, achieved with a very efficient and lightweight design, but with the classic good looks and of course, yes, famous elliptical wing, looking very much like the Super Marine fire. It's all combined with a tough and lightweight composite glass carbon honeycomb structure. The SA 1100 Sinus Twister representing the perfect harmony of design and performance. How quickly that smoke is moving from right to left there gives you an idea of just how much wind they're battling against as they go towards Beachy Head, and I have little doubt that up around 300-400 feet that'll be pretty bumpy as well. Right, underneath that. With your cameras, they're crossing that. The original aircraft Peter Paul built, G-Twist was built as a 180 twister at his own workshop, Zulu Glass Tech. Some years now, 2004, made its maiden flight in 05. Best bounce and changed and tweaked the designs, including aerodynamic improvements and a change of engine and propeller. And out of that, the SA 1100 was born and awarded full aerobatic certification. Maintaining inverted flight there, now all the blood rushing to his head as John whistles around to the smoke. What a great backdrop we have here today for an air display. Superb blue sky bombing boats and just a little bit of fluffy clouds. You're watching the Swim Team, the Scottish Widows Investment Partnership sponsored Silent Twisters with Peter Wells, John Gowdy. Keep your eyes peeled. You see John tucking in now and very tightly. This could be the half they're putting up in. Yesterday we had a bit of a smoke problem. No, they're going for a half Cuban first of all. Let's see how it goes. Smoke is on. Go up the top there, putting that 180 now, twisting their twisters around. They are now pulling up, following each other really tightly. And there they go! This is the heart dedicated to all you lovely ladies out there today. And again, you can just see how fast that smoke is dissipating down the display line with that very frisky wind, but not bothering the pilots one iota. Beautiful aircraft this, striking resemblance, as we mentioned, to the Spitfire, but with great performance, 120 knots in the cruise, with over 740-mile range, offering comfort, speed, and safety. All we wish for a little jaunt across the Oggy there to France for a long weekend.
Probably loads, don't they?
Super stuff, good chance to give them away there. Beautiful topside view. Yes, that's John and Peter, fantastic. You have been watching the Swift team. They are complete and happy to have completed that really successfully. Super aircraft, very slippery and coming in really nice to give us a view in the cockpit there. Now, lots of audience participation required throughout the day. All the pilots can see you and there's nothing they've done better than to see you waving.
Might come back from the base. I mean, 600 miles an hour, they could give them moments anyway, couldn't they, really? Yeah, they go. How they can even dream of trying to ground them? I think they'll get their way there somewhere. I think they might be a big position if they try.
It down until you get later.
Can't even see it.
Oh, they're at your
broken off to form another team. New multi-role combat aircraft, the Eurofighter I-2. We now have 4 one-man troops in the flight. Now it's about left-hand side, 400 miles an hour.
I think on there, I can't remember whether there's loads.